BBC News. The head of the UN's nuclear watchdog says he's extremely concerned about communication difficulties between the Ukrainian regulator and nuclear sites under Russian control. Rafael Grossi said the Ukrainian authorities were having trouble contacting staff at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant after Russian forces switched off some mobile networks and the internet. At Zaporizhzhia, technical operations now require prior approval by the Russian commander, which contravenes safety standards. Communication problems were also reported at Chernobyl and Mariupol facilities dealing with radioactive materials. The Ukrainian army has been reinforcing the defences of Kiev as the Russian military continues its attacks to the north of the capital. Soldiers have been digging trenches and blocking roads. The towns of Bucha, Hostomel and Irpin have been under heavy bombardment. President Zelensky says the Russians had destroyed the airport at Vinnytsia in western Ukraine. The United Nations Refugee Agency estimates more than 1.5 million Ukrainians have left the country since the conflict began. It said it was Europe's fastest growing refugee crisis since the Second World War. President Macron of France has again urged Vladimir Putin to halt the Ukraine invasion and allow in humanitarian aid. The American Secretary of State Antony Blinken has said the US is actively working with Poland to supply Russian-made military jets to Ukraine after a request from the Ukrainian president. Meanwhile, the Russian Defense Ministry warned Ukraine's neighbouring countries against letting Ukrainian planes use their air bases. And Russia's Interior Ministry says more than 3,500 people have been detained for taking part in demonstrations against the Ukrainian invasion. It said more than 5,000 people had marched in several cities. That's the BBC News.